You know, I could really do without these constant laser beams. Just a second. Stream's still up, right? I think it is. Sorry if not, something weird just happened on my OBS. It should be good. Uh. I don't know if I need to keep the golden feather or not is a problem. I would say I do. Okay, this is a matter of unlocking. This screen? Is there something bad about this screen? Is there something I don't know? Or is it just that this is hard? Just a bit tricky, yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I see what you mean. Did Madeline just burp at me? Like, I know that's not what happened, but it sounds like what happened. Okay, I know I'm supposed to do something like that. This is not a good spot, so we'll just reset. Uh-oh. Yeah, I do not understand how the feather works, because how does going down here take less than going upwards? Times like these I wish there was a telescope, but, well, sorry, pair of binoculars. That way I could see how far, like how close I was to it. I think I'm relatively close in terms of spacing, just a matter of actually moving about it. Someday I'll see the end of this level. And then we can all go home and tell our families, we did it. We beat the Celeste level. And then our wives that we all definitely have can go ahead and pat us on the shoulder and say, "Good job." We didn't get the feather. You know, something I've debated doing is on a stream, one day I just put on like a random sound interrupted. The silence interrupted by like random sounds sort of thing. But I don't tell any of my viewers that's what's happening. And like I just act like there's nothing going on. And it won't be a big one, it'll be like a duck quacking. And then I just never address it. That way like the whole stream, just like anyone who's watching, trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know, just I think that's a bit whimsical. Okay. Almost had it there. Just need to do the exact same thing again, except for not hit my head. Okay, I probably want to go for the top one, actually. Not like that. There we go now. My god, I just need to time the dashes right. Alright. So, my name, I thought it was completely original. I did not realize it was a cryptography thing. Which is cool and all. Just wasn't intentional. Where? What? Huh? Okay then. I do have a bad habit of looking over at chat when I talk. Which, I don't know, it just makes it a bit trickier, because, you know, you're supposed to be able to see where you're going and watch your movements. Like a loser. Ah. Dang it. Wait. How did I miss that one? Ah, okay. feel like I'm getting worse. I just need to ignore the pressure. We'll all be okay. Deep breath. You are not worthless. People care about you. If you were stuck on a deserted island, your friends would eat you first. Calming self-affirmations. We all need positive self-affirmations in our life. Let's see. Let's come up with some positive self-affirmations. You can do it. You are good enough. The monster under your bed loves you. They just want to hold hands in your sleep. Birds of a feather flock together. The big brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Red leather, yellow leather. Or is it letter? I can't remember. hard to see the depth of a well. There are over 500 bones in the human body. Isn't this relaxing? We don't need to be panicking. We can just say calming back. And positive self-affirmations, they always help, always. If your hair looks like an octopus, you should see a doctor. It is not your fault. It is obviously the game's fault. And the fact that your controller's unplugged. Besides the fact you don't have a controller. And that your little brother stole it. Because you definitely have one of those. And the game is haunted. Feet are a necessary component for human life. Without them, it would be hard to walk around. Oh, that reminds me. When I used to go on drives, for some reason my radio got stuck on like the children's radio channel. It was just so bizarre. A lot of them were parody stuff, like parody music, but like they had a segment that they brought in a professional scientist to explain why humans had two-buck cheeks. And then the answer was because without them, they just hobble around. Because you needed to swing your legs. The more you know. classifications of foods are so weird. The main one that comes to mind is like meaning legal versus illegal is not the right word, but legal versus scientific ones, because like in America, in order for them to be able to feed school kids barely any pizza for lunch, they ended up making it so that pizza is legally a vegetable. And then there's stuff for like imports that I'm not quite sure on why it is, but like tomatoes and whatnot. And then the weirdest thing to me is that this isn't really a science versus legality thing, but ice being a mineral just feels really strange to me, because when someone says like, oh yeah, I had my vitamins and minerals, I usually think of like they had like iron or something, not like they had an ice cube. And then pandas aren't, sorry, giant pandas aren't even actual pandas. The red pandas are. Because they were first, they're discovered first and named first. And yeah. I mean, they almost had a different name, like Pun or something like that. I can't remember the exact thing of it. There are so many things I wonder, like how many people discovered animals that like were just so weird people thought they were lying. I know they did that with the platypus, but what else would there be? Like, no, dude, I totally saw a horse with big ears and a long nose. Like, I never really heard the same thing for giraffes, though. Like, surely giraffes, they're so weird. I don't get how anybody would be like, yep, no, I believe you immediately. Like, that feels like a giraffes are more of a see to believe sort of thing. If, like, you're like a medieval peasant. I don't know why in time periods, whenever I need to bring up a group, it always goes to medieval peasantry. Uh-oh. It just does, but I'm never like, oh, look at the Stone Age peasantry or Stone Age royalty or whatever. It's always specifically medieval peasantry. Like, I don't go like, oh yeah, like if I show this to the Bolsheviks. Or the plebeians. Don't get me wrong, I call people plebeians occasionally because it's funny. But Yeah, we need like more sophisticated sounding words that are like really mean. Because some of the best insults are ones you don't even realize are insults. They can be really funny. Which you might be like, hey, random Margle, how do you not know that they're insults? But like I've met few people who are really good at it. They're really good at making their insults sound fancy enough that it was compliment. I tend to accidentally do the opposite thing where my compliments sound like insults. Or even just remarks, like, if someone doesn't look great, and like they actually do look like one, don't tell them that they look like a body someone fished out of the river. Apparently that's a bad thing to say, even though the person did kind of look like that. And I was just wondering if they felt okay. Or like, don't say that a person's nose is a good blend between Voldemort and Witch's nose. To say that they have a well-shaped nose. Apparently that's weird. Come on. Also, like, why is it weird to tell people they smell nice? Like, I mean, I get that it's, like, implying that you sniff them, but, like, I have a sensitive nose. I just smell stuff. And it's not my fault. Like, I'm not sniffing away at people. I just smell them, like, when passing by. I'm like, oh, they smell good. And it's like, you're allowed to think, like, oh, someone smells good, but you're not allowed to say it. I don't get why. Like, and then at some more relationship level, it steadily becomes a compliment. But I think that's only for, like, significant others, if I remember correctly. But why? It's one of our main senses. Like, I guess tasting is too, but you shouldn't say someone tastes nice. But because then you'd be like licking them, and that's weird. But like, you have to breathe, and when you breathe, you smell stuff. That's just how that works. Why, as a society, have we decided that it's not good to tell people how they smell? Like, you're allowed to tell people that they look nice, or that they have a nice voice, but why is it that specifically? And like, people will work hard, just like showing your appreciation for how hygienic they are. But people work hard to smell good, but like, nobody's allowed to mention it. Just a weird thing. Like, if someone said I smelled good, I'd be flattered. Be like, why, thank you. And no, it's weird. Yippee! What the? Oh? I was thinking that that was too easy of a room. Thing is, I was thinking of ending stream soon, however, I really don't want to do the last room again, so. Okay, and we breathe. Oh. Okay, that was close, but now I know generally what I need to do in that area. Okay, I think that was the end of the room. But that's fine. No, I should get a suit. Like a nice one. I mean, I have suit, but I don't know. Like, I just think looking dapper would be nice. I remember back in the day, like, I didn't have many nice clothes because money. But I did have a few button-ups. I remember that I got really obsessed with looking dapper. Like, I want to say 5th grade. No, that's never really buffed me, but it's not to the same extent as it was. I don't know. I just think suits look nice, like on anybody. Like regardless of gender stereotypes or whatnot, they just look nice. Like where in society did we go that we stopped wearing fancy clothes? Like I get comfort and whatnot, and I definitely would probably be uncomfortable wearing all that stuff all the time. But like, why don't we just like wear stuff that looks really cool? Like there's always like the memes and jokes are like what blank wants to wear, what society thinks blank wants to wear. But like, why don't you wear that stuff then? My reason is that I don't have it, but yeah, and it's supposedly weird to wear that stuff too, which I think is a big part of it. That reminds me because of the armor. What exactly does the right to bear arms apply to? Because the reason for it is that they want to be able to, like the whole arm the cockroaches thing. They want to avoid a place where people have no way to rise up. But like, you aren't just allowed to have like a nuke in your backyard. It's like, what are the limits on it? Because it is the right to bear arms to have a nuke. It's excessive. Definitely excessive. But it's still an arm. And then like, it's usually referred to as like firearms, but then what about other arms? Like, I should be able to bring a broadsword into a gas station, or like into a shopping store. Like, I don't know. And like, I'm not petitioning that we should allow like everyone to have atomic bombs, because that would go bad really fast. But like, the sword stuff, we should like do a reversion where we all start dressing in like royal medieval wear, but not like the fantasy medieval wear, not the actual gigantic puffy outfits, because that would be uncomfortable. And then taking it off for the bathroom would be a lot. And I don't want to groom of the stool. Okay, I'd be really uncomfortable with that. I wonder how much I'd pay. If grooms of stool were a thing, do you think they'd pay well? Just that last jump that's messing me up. Ah. And then I wonder, like, what's the limit for people to be like, okay, stop messing around, you're in a costume? Like, if I dress up as... Sorry, not dress up as, but dress up in a similar fashion to, like, a fantasy medieval knight, what would that be like? Like, would people just be like, oh, cool stuff? Or like, how far could I take it before people are like, oh, that's a costume? Like, if I dress like a Sith, because black is a very slimming color and it looks nice, at what point would people stop taking me seriously? Because, like, I could have just like a black coat and shirt and pants. You'll still take me seriously. I could have it be white and black so that it's contrasting. Have a bit of red in there. Like, is it if I add something high-tech looking? That's sci-fi looking? Because, like, what if then I make something that's actually high-tech or sci-fi looking? Would people be weirded out by it? Am I thinking about this too much? Probably. Am I gonna stop? Probably not. First you battle in. Like, these jumps wouldn't be that hard if it wasn't for battle in, which I get that's why they put her in there. But still. Do you think Battleland's hair would be grape flavored? Because, like, Madeline's hair is red to be like strawberries. So I assume that her hair would taste like strawberries. And then, when she dashes, her hair turns blue. Which I assumed means her hair then tastes like blue raspberry. And now here's the question, would it be grapes or would it be plums? I mean, it could also be dates. I don't really care for dates. I don't know, they taste like weird raisins to me. Which I'm already kind of like iffy on. Like, raisins can be good if they're like properly done. Like made well, but like you have to be in the mood for raisins. There we go. Yippee! Okay, there's apparently one more section of this. Okay, I see. Wait. Okay. Here we go. Oh, wait, no, it's right, not up. I did that thing again where I was thinking about what to talk about for so long that I had a conversation in my head and didn't actually say any of it out loud. I don't know why I keep doing that. But I am working on it. Bonk. Bonk. Momentum doesn't exist, apparently. Hmm. It'll probably end soon. It feels like I'm starting to run on fumes. Like, unless I make substantial progress soon, I think I'm gonna call it. There's just one more try. There's just one more jump. I will be streaming tomorrow as well, probably. Around the same time as always, like sometime around 3-ish Pacific Standard Time. It looks like there will be a couple days more Celeste. Oh? Whoa. Then... Oh, as I was saying, then... Well, feel free to leave recommendations on what I should play next. I keep on trying to add, like, to make highlights, but I keep on not finding the time to do so. So, I think I'm just gonna start uploading some of the VODs. To YouTube, just so that they're there and out of my storage, because they do take up a lot of storage. And that way I can play more games on stream and do more streams, and then if I want to, I can take specific VODs to tweak at any time. Yeah. I think I'm probably gonna end it there. I'm getting really tired. Thank you all for those who came to the stream. It is very nice to know that people enjoy watching, even if it was for a few seconds. Thanks for coming. I see that there aren't any viewers at the moment, so I will not attempt to raid out because I don't want to like be advertising on someone, like on someone else's thing if I don't have anyone to like share it with, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to raid if I don't have viewers because I don't know, it feels a bit dishonest to me. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone who did. Doing this for a few seconds. I'll be streaming more tomorrow, and we shall finish up this subchapter Celeste and try to like do the rest. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good day. Sleep well, get some food, get some water. Okay, apparently 3 people just popped into the stream. So sorry, I was about to go, but I will find someone to leave you guys in the hands of. Let's just raid the same person as last time. Yeah. Alright. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.